Hey everyone, my name is Christian. I wanted to do another video on compound interest and start to relate this expression here, which is very long. It's a rather lengthy sum. There's a lot of terms in this one. We want to start to relate this to, if we search online, the formula that we get for compound interest is this here. Right, so this is the amount equals the principal that we start with times 1 plus the rate. This is our rate here, 1/4, 25%, and the time, raised to the time, which is, in our case, this is the number of years. This is a yearly rate that we're working with here. So the first thing is, let's expand this expression that we came up with. So let's apply, distribute each of these 1/4s to all of those terms. So let's rewrite it up here. And when we do that, we get, so A is equal to, so this is P plus 1/4 P plus, this is 1/4 P plus 1/16 P. This is 1/4 P plus 1/16 P. This expression is 1/4 P plus 1/16 P. So this is 1/4 P plus 1/16 P plus this one is 1/4 P plus 1/16 P times 1/4, which is 1/16 P plus 1/64 P. So this is 1/16 P plus 1/64 P. And then I'm going to run out of space here. We'll do another line here. So this one is, this is 1/4 P. This is 1/16 P. This is 1/4 P times 1/4, which is 1/16 P. This is 1/4 times 1/4 is 1/16 P times 1/4 is 1/64 P. This one is 1/4 times 1/4, which is 1/16 P. 1/4 times 1/4 times 1/4 is 1/64 P. 1/4 times 1/4 times 1/4 is 1/64 P. And this last one is P times 1/4 times 1/4 times 1/4 times 1/4 is 1/256 P. And let's now double check that we did that distribution correctly, because these terms and numbers here should literally match up to our visual representation of them. So we have, so let's double check that. So P, 1/4 P, 1/4 1/16, 1/4 1/16, 1/16, 1/64, 1/4 1/16, 1/16, 1/64, 1/16, 1/64, 1/64, 1/256. So yes, we distributed that correctly. So let's erase those. Alright, so now what we can notice is that each of the terms in here is multiplied by P, which means that we can factor out that P. So we can write this as, the amount is P times, that's 1, plus, this is 1/4, 1/4, 1/16, 1/4, 1/16, 1/16, 1/64. Split the line here again. 1/4, 1/16, 1/16, 1/64, 1/16, 1/64, 1/16, 1/64, 1/256. Okay, so now when we are adding all these fractions, we need to change them to have the same denominator. So let's do that. So this is, we'll write it out here. So this is equals, this is P times, this is 1 plus, and then, so 1/4 is 64, 256. Let's do a little check on that. Yes, good. 64, 256, and then another 64, 256. 1/16 is 16, 256. Again, let's do a little check on that. Yes, 16, 256. 1/4 is 64, 256. 16, 1/16 is 16, 256. 1/16 again is 16, 256. 1/64. 1/64 is 4, 256. Again, let's double check that. That's 4, 256. And here we have 1/4, which is 64, 256. 1/16 is 16, 256. 16, 256. 64th is 4, 256. 16 is 16, 256. 64 is 4, 256. 64 is 4, 256. And last, our 1, 256. So we have a lot of terms, a big addition here. So let's add up all of the numerators in these. So 64 plus 64 plus 16 plus 64 plus 16 plus 16 plus 4 plus 64 plus 16 plus 16 plus 4 plus 16 plus 4 plus 4 plus 1. That comes out to, so now we have our amount equals our principal times 1 plus, it came out to 369, and that's over 256. Okay, good. So now let's remember that we can write 1 as a fraction. So 256 over 256 plus 369 over 256. And then let's add that to plus 256. So we have our amount is our principal times our fraction, which is 625 over 256. So 625 over 256. Let's make some room to work here. So we got 625 over 256. So now let's plug in the initial numbers into our formula. So our principal times 1 plus our rate, which is 1/4, and the time, the number of years, which is first, second, third, fourth, which is 4 years. So we can write this as, this is amount equals, So 1 is, you write as 4/4 plus 1/4. So we get 5/4. So our amount is 5/4 times 4. And if we do this exponentiation, recall that we can also write 5/4. Remember that the exponents, exponentiation, is literally a different syntax for writing multiplication. So it's that. It's another way of writing the same thing. So we get the amount equals the principal times 5 times 5. 5 times 5 is 25, is 125, times 5 is 625. And then 4 to the 4th power, which is 4 4's multiplied together, over 256. So 625 over 256. So all of that long addition that we did is simply the longhand form of this formula. So this formula is simply a shortcut for doing all of that addition longhand. So wanted to make sure we did that video just to demonstrate that these do give the same answer, and so that to demonstrate that addition is literally a shortcut, is a long way of doing this formula, which is a shortcut for all of that addition. So I hope that was helpful. I hope that helped to clear up any potential misunderstanding, or you learned something about, or you followed the addition, follow the flow through there. I know sometimes for me that can be helpful to do that and literally do every step. So I wanted to make sure I did that here. Let me know what you thought in the comments below, and I will see you next time. Bye!